I recently read the book called The Compound Effect by author Darren Hardy. And to understand what the compound effect is, let's play a little scenario. Now pretend someone offered you the following. Put in 30 minutes a day, same time every day to push your skills and show improvement. At the end of the first week, you'll get $10 with a 10% raise at the end of each week, following that if you consistently put in the time day after day. And the second scenario is, if you were offered $5,000 to put in the same amount of time, but you don't need to do it on a consistent basis and you don't need to improve your skills. You can just use your existing skill set. Now, which one would you take? Now, let's assume you took the first option and your friend takes the second option. You start putting in a small amount of consistent work each day. After an entire month of daily effort, you made around $51.01. Meanwhile, your friend has cashed in a check of $5,000. After the second month, your friend is rubbing it in your face. He just made $10,000 without needing to push himself, and here you are working day after day for a petty $125.81 up at this point. Your family starts suggesting that you take the other offer as it's still on the table, but you don't get discouraged. You believe in what you're doing and you know the hard work will pay off one day. After the third month, people are getting downright angry at you. You've only made $235.24. They think you made a stupid decision and beg you to just take the other offer, but you ignore them and keep on proceeding. A year goes by and you only have $15,541 compared to your friend's $60,000. He's living a comfortable life and doesn't really have a care in the world. Meanwhile, people are openly ridiculing you for giving up such a great opportunity to make easy money. Only after 16 months have you made the same amount of money as your friends. And your friends and family have only one thing to say. It's about damn time. After 60 months of putting in the hard work day after day and receiving a 10% increase at the end of each week, only now you're able to start seeing a significant result. The next month, you make $40,000 in 1 month. The month after that, you make $59,000. At the end of that second year, you have accumulated $2.2 million, an average of $1.1 million per year, compared to your friends' $60,000 a year. Your family and friends are dumbfounded. They're shocked. They don't know what to say. Your friend can't help but think he's missed out on something significant. Sure, he's comfortable with the $60,000 a year, but he's filled with regret. What this story illustrates is something small and unsexy, but smart decisions made on a consistent, everyday basis that are in alignment with your big vision lead to seemingly incomprehensible and incredible results. Results that you can be truly proud of one day. This is what the author Darren Hardy calls the compound effect. Darren is a multi-millionaire and he's interviewed 6 successful entrepreneurs a month for his magazine called Success. And he's found that almost all self-made success uses the compound effect. He says, what's most interesting about this process to me is that even though the results are massive, the steps in the moment don't feel significant at all. The changes are subtle and they're almost not noticeable. The small changes you make every day offer no immediate results, no big win, and no obvious "I told you so" payoff. So why bother? It is hard not to think this way when we live in a culture that promotes what the author Darren calls a microwave mentality. We expect instant downloads, fast food, and same-day shipping. To stay true to the compound curve, we need to trade the need for immediate results for immediate alignment with our core values. Darren says your core values are your internal compass, your guiding beacon, your personal GPS. They act as the filter through which you run all of your life's demands and requests and temptations, which makes sure that you're leading a life towards your intended destination. Getting your core values defined and properly calibrated is one of the most important steps in redirecting your life towards the grandest vision. When you know that what you're doing from moment to moment, and that the choices and decisions that you're making from moment to moment are in alignment with your core values, you stop needing to have instant results show up in your life. You're content in knowing that you are becoming the person that you want to become. To discover your core values within your work setting, complete the following exercise. Think of someone successful within your field or the field you want to work in that you respect. And then ask yourself what key attributes most contribute to their success. And when I do this exercise, I think of people that are curious, love learning, and push themselves to produce great things in the world. Therefore, my core values in work are learning and creating things that challenge the status quo. Now, it's my duty to know that my actions are in alignment with my core values. So I need to monitor every single choice that I make while I'm working. Darren says that most of us are sleepwalking throughout our daily choices, and half of the time we are not even aware that we're making them. To make sure that I'm aware of my choices during my work hours, I started writing down every work-related decision that I made. At the top of each hour, I write down what I focused on in the last hour. Then at the top of the page, I write down my core values like learning and creating. I then objectively cross out every decision that I made that doesn't align with my core values. This exercise has sharpened my focus. I started to notice things that aren't in alignment with my core values almost immediately. So knowing that I am making small decisions that are moving me towards the person that I want to become is enough to quiet my monkey mind from wanting to see instant results. The act of aligning each work decision with my core values provides me with the reassurance and motivation to stick with my daily pursuit of achieving the incredible compounded results in my life. Sometimes knowing that we're making good choices isn't enough. To know that we're on the right path, the compound path, we need to focus and measure the percent gains. Not the net gains, but the percent gains. In the initial example, if I would have focused on the net income I was making each month and how petty it was in comparison to my friends, then for sure I would have given up. But by focusing on the month-over-month percentage gain that I was achieving each month, I developed a certainty to stick with it. So during your pursuits, actively measure the percentage gains and focus on your momentum. If your efforts are producing month over month or week over week improvements and your daily choices are aligning with your core values, then you need to be patient. We humans routinely overestimate what we can produce in a week, but we vastly underestimate what we can do in a few months or years of sustained effort. That was the main message that I gathered from the book. I find it incredibly beneficial. It was really helpful to me. And if you are struggling with your goals, I highly recommend reading this Compound Effect book. And thank you for watching. Until next time, bye. At the end of first week, you'll get a $10 Darren is a multimillionaire. At the end of each week,